Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today we take a trip back to Maraudon. As you might have seen in my previous video, I've been farming for the Dagger of Eternal Darkness for a while. So far I'm at about around 200 plus runs, and unfortunately still no Dagger. I expect the Dagger to drop within 400 to 500 drops, as the chance is pretty low for it to drop. But it is sure worth it to get, because the mana regeneration is insanely overpowered, and it will make all your farms 100 times easier. And that's because of the endless mana generation you will have. So anyway, I decided to earn some gold while doing this farm, the princess farm. So I started to kill the elemental earths in here. The reason for this is because the prices of solid stones and elemental earth has gone significant up in price, on my server at least. And in fact, the elemental earth is up to 4.5 to 5 gold, and the solid stones up to around 3.5 gold per stack. So this way you can make a lot of gold per hour farming something that you really want, and I really want the dagger. And in about 1 hour of farming this, I usually make between 10 to 20 elemental earth and 4 to 5 stacks of solid stones, which alone is around, I don't know, like 75 gold or something like that. And then there of course is also all the vendor loot, all the trash, which is another 25 to 30 gold added to your gold per hour. So with some luck, this gold farm could actually right now be at least 100 gold per hour, I would say. Anyway, as you can see, I'm running as fast as I can for the first elemental. I use blink more or less on cooldown, because if I hurry, I can actually get 1 extra pack of elementals per reset or within the 12-minute limit, which of course in the long run is a lot of extra gold you can make. If you don't blink on cooldown, you won't make it, and then the elemental pack have moved too far away for you to reach. And the spec I use for this is the Fire Frost spec I've shown you so many times in previous videos, but I'm gonna link them in the description box for this video as well. But yeah, going with fire is definitely recommended for this in my opinion. It just makes it so much easier because you have the ignite, which is strong for princess, and also the elementals of course. It's a huge damage boost, like no matter what you do. It's just really good. I prefer it definitely for this kind of farm, or any other farm in that matter. So as you can see, I just kill the elementals fast, try to nuke the big one so I can AoE all the small ones down. When you kill the big one, he will spawn, I think it's 4 or 5 small elementals which you have to kill. So instead of going killing all the elementals, you might as well just kill them all at once. So focus on the big guy. So I forgot to mention before, but there is a safe spot down here, and I will show you that now. So should something go wrong, you can always jump in to this little spot behind the pillar down there, as you saw, and that will make you unattackable, so you can reset them upstairs. There will also be another safe spot I'll show you later at the princess. Anyway, open up on the little guy down here. Try to get as much damage, but don't kill him yet. Don't get in kill range. Leave him with like 1 to 2k left, so he comes up here and you can kill them all together instead of you have to jump down there and loot and all that stuff. And then when he's up here, you can just execute him, and then as before, you just kill all his little ads he spawns with all the other ads around him. In my opinion, that just makes it 10 times easier. Yeah, I'm just so used to this, so that's my preferred way to kill them. I could mention that these elementals, the big ones, they have this knockdown mechanic, so if you get knocked down and you pull more of them at the same time, you might probably wipe. So that's why I take it slow and nice, because I'm not in a hurry. I clear this with the princess included within 12 minutes anyway, so it's not like I'm in a hurry anyway. And that way I can avoid lockout anyway, so it's pretty good. Now for the big pack here, you should probably focus on getting one to about 20 to 15%, and then switch target to the other one so they die at the same time and will spawn all the small adds. Also, because if you kill both at the same time and you're just like a few yards away from them, you can actually avoid getting into combat, and then you can drink and eat before you go in and kill all the small mobs they spawn. It can be very handy sometimes if you don't have a lot of mana, so that's a good little tip in my opinion. And when you pull them, you shouldn't be afraid of them being close to any of the lizards, because they are not bound to each other, so they won't pull when you pull them. On the other hand, if you pull the elementals here close to the big giants, they will pull. So don't pull them when they are near the giants. Otherwise, you're gonna have a giant on you, and then you will have to reset, because they are not that hard to kill, but yeah, they hit a little hard and such, and they're very annoying. And as you can see, as I mentioned here, I killed them a few yards away from them, so I could have a few seconds to drink and get some mana, so I could just AoE them down. I prefer to have at least 2k mana when I go in and kill these, so sometimes it's really useful to just sit there for like 2-3 seconds and just drink. Another thing I can mention is also that these mobs, they have a very good loot table. Like, I already had one epic drop, actually, the Boot of Avoidance. It doesn't sell for a lot, but it's another 50 to 70 gold added to my gold per hour, which is pretty cool. And besides, epics is always cool to have drop. Other than that, they can drop various items such as the Flurry Axe, the Warden Staff, and of course the Boost of Avoidance, as I just mentioned. Besides that, they also have a very nice loot table for greens and blues. In fact, I actually managed to sell a lot of greens in here. I think I made about 100 gold just selling greens, which I sent to my buying gold, and he just posted them on auction house for like 2-3 gold, depending on what kind of item, of the eagle, of the monkey, of the boar, be a bear or whatever. So green items can actually also net you like a few more gold than you expected. Anyway, as I mentioned before, there was this safe spot at the princess, and that is right here. As you can see, all the big giants, they stopped moving. They cannot reach me up here. The princess can't either. She can, however, throw at you if you stand here, so you need to make some distance between you. I think it's like 20-25 yards. You have to make between before she can reset, because then she can cast on you. But yes, this is a great farm. The elementals, the big ones, they have I think it's 30% chance of dropping solid stones and 4% per elemental earth. And the small ones have the same 30% for solid stones and 5% for elemental earth. So in my opinion, that's a very high rate, and I also get a lot of them. Usually I get between 1 and 3 per run, which is like 12-15 gold just in elemental earth. So yeah, it's a very nice way to make some extra gold while you're farming in here anyway. In my opinion, it's much better than killing the bosses in here. The bosses are actually garbage compared to this farm. Now, as I'm sitting here and making this video and everything, I just want to give a big thank you to all of you that have seen my videos, subscribed and such. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much for subscribing, watching in general just my videos. I got so many comments on my latest videos. It's kind of insane, but yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, back to the princess. As you can see, I opened with a Pyro Ball, Power Blast, Fireball, into Scorch and Fire Blast, and then a blink away from her. That way I can maximize my damage, and if with a little luck I can get some really good crits. If you get 3 crits in a row with the first 3 openers, you're gonna have like 1k plus ignite ticking, which is insane. Anyway, I go into the first block here, and then I wait for her to cast her ability where she's standing there and doing some kind of waves or something. Unfortunately, of course, on this run when I was recording, she didn't do it, so I had to pop my my offhand early for the pet, because he can also trigger it, so that's very nice. You don't necessarily need to have the pet with you. You can easily do this without. It just makes it so much easier. If you don't have the offhand, you can also use the barrow trinket. It's up to you what you have. But yeah, then it's just kiting her around. Every now and then, Fire Blast and cooldown. Keep up your Scorch if you can. When she does the Dust ability, you just spam Fireball out there. Just make her go down fast. When she has around the 6k HP left, about I think 25%, she starts to move a little slower, and you can actually outrun her if you have the minor speed ability on your boots, the enchant. Should it go wrong, you can of course always jump up onto the rock and reset her and try again. It's not hard to do this. It doesn't really require a lot of gear. You could do this probably in full green and blues easily, I would say. It's really just about having a good mana pool, because Fire Spec is very mana draining. As you can see, I actually go and I have above 6k mana. So yeah, at least have 6k mana and maybe have 2.5, 3,000 health, and you should be safe. And when you have some distance to her, if you, like me, don't have enough mana or you just aren't lucky with the crits, you can of course also use your evocation ability when she's below the 25%, because that gives you maybe 1 or 2 extra ticks. Now, she has this boulder ability where she casts at you. As you can see, it has a knockdown. It's a little annoying, but it's not something that hurt. It does between 300 and 400 damage every time, so it's not a big damage dealer. But beware of it, because if she knocks you down, get close to you, she can one-shot you, because she has this Windfury ability, which is annoying. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Alright, so if you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below and hit the like button. Until next time, bye!